Hey guys, what's going on? DuffKing56 here with another Modern Warfare 3 commentary. Today we have an epic gameplay that is me going 18 and 14 with the SPAS-12, which is severely gimped on the PC. I'm not sure if it got the Xbox patch / PS3, but I did okay. But it actually is a pretty epic game. It's very exciting. I make a really clutch flag return towards the end of the first round that basically wins us the round, and then I do some pretty good objective play towards the end, playing some shoddy defense, if you know what I mean. That's actually a pun, kind of, if you think about it. But anyways, let's get back to the commentary. Today, I kind of want to talk about a few things. One is an idea that I had, besides the pony commentary, which will happen. I'm actually working on that today. When I get home from classes, I have 2 classes today, and as soon as I finish working on a paper that I can't technically work on until I get a paper back that is connected to the assignment, but I actually haven't gotten that paper back. My teacher said I was going to get it back last Tuesday, but now it's this Tuesday, and I haven't gotten it back. It's been about 3 weeks overdue. And he's just a really slow grader, and I'm going to use my master segue skills to segue into the commentary topic. This one isn't going to be about Modern Warfare 3 so much as it is about teaching and grading. I want to know what some of your guys' worst grading experiences have been ever. Now, I say this because I think it's very important for people that should care about their grades, to have good grading experiences, because it kind of motivates them to do well and stuff like that. I want to hear your worst. I want to hear the worst, the ugliest of the ugly. You can forego names and names of schools if you want, but let me know. Tell me what happened. I have a couple to share with you today, kind of how they affected me. One of them was regarding an English professor I had in the... was it the 11th grade? No, the 10th grade. And it was, we had to independently read books. And we could choose the book and everything. There was an approved list, quote unquote, but there's also just, we could come to her with ideas and we would totally, get approved for them. And we had to get these books approved, which is also redundant. So I read my books, right? We had to do 3 of these throughout the trimester. We had trimesters at my old high school. And no, we had trimesters? Oh, we had trimesters? Okay. Yeah. And we had to do one each trimester. And, it ended up being, I read these 3 books, and they had to be 3 to 4 to 5 page papers. And as I'm reading these papers, I'm all excited because I'm getting involved with my book and stuff. I actually do enjoy reading, especially when I get to choose the book. Which is why I'm writing these awesome analyses about, authors. I kind of went back in the author's history and told how, it affected the writing of the book, the writing style, the imagery, the types of, subtle nuances the authors use, like motifs and et cetera, with themes. And no matter what I wrote, how long it was, I would always get it back with a B+. And there'd be 2 or 3 grammar marks on there, and a bunch of goods written all around, but I don't know where I went wrong. You guys kind of get what I mean? It was really frustrating to write these papers for this teacher because, no matter what I did, I knew I was going to get the same result, so why put any effort into it? But then the second I thought that, I was like, well, if I don't put any effort into it, I'm not going to get a B+, But I felt like at that time I was writing A papers. And she wasn't the most approachable teacher, but, it's just kind of a different story. I never wanted to talk to her about it. I kind of regret that I did because I'm sure she would have helped me out or would have told me where I was going wrong, but it was kind of annoying at the time, not knowing, what I was doing wrong, why I was getting B+ on these papers. And another experience was 12th grade religion. Yeah, I had to take religion in school because I went to a Jesuit high school, so I had to take religion classes all throughout. I had this teacher, he was a Jesuit, and boy, he was one of my favorite teachers, but when it came to a grader, he was a very prideful grader. He reminded me a lot of how college professors grade papers, and no matter what I did, I would get good grades, I would get 90s and stuff, but he would literally circle whole sentences or main ideas of my papers and write wrong, or no, with a period, and that's it. That's all he would offer. Like, he would correct like a comma splice here or there, but he would just write no and wrong. And like, who wants to write papers for a teacher that, especially when it's an opinionated paper, just writes wrong? Like, your ideas are wrong. How can my ideas be wrong? You know, they're opinions. They're analyses of a text document. Not everyone's the same. I can understand how someone's fundamental understanding of like a core topic or like a foundation can be wrong or misguided, maybe ignorant, but not completely wrong. You know, it bothered me. I didn't like writing papers for him, but it came out in the end. I had to write this big research paper for him about how social media affects the person. And I raped it. I got like a 96 or 94 on it. It was really well done by me. I did a lot of really good research, and it was pretty awesome. So I guess I had a really good experience that came out of that. And he kind of reformed the type of writer that I am now. I'm actually a pretty good writer now. I used to suck major gonads in writing. Let's see, what's the other one? The other one I had was when I was a freshman in college. Yeah, these are all more recent. I had a very prideful, egotistical, socialistic teacher for my freshman seminar, and we used to write papers for him. We only had really 3 major papers because we used to have to write 2 to 3 page journals for every reading assignment, so that kind of took our writing requirement. So we had to write this paper we had to talk about a time when we went home over winter break and realized what we learned over the course and like how we translated it into our everyday lives. And I wrote this awesome first person narrative about the class was about food, about how I went back to a grocery store and how I was disgusted at some of the things that they did, you know, with the food, how they prepared it, how they preserved it, you know, or just like the food industry in general. I even took it to the school's writing center to help get it reformed, and they corrected all my grammar, which was pretty bad at the time. I've been reforming my grammar ever since high school, but they took it back, and they gave it to me. I discussed it with the girl for about an hour, and I thought we did a pretty good job. We got most of the problem areas of the paper fixed. So I ended up handing it in with he forced us to go to the writing center, and I handed it in with the writing center receipt or whatever. I got it back and I got a C- on it. So I look back on the paper, and especially on the rubric, he gave me a 2 for my grammar. And I was pretty peeved about that because most of my grammar was correct. He literally underlined a phrase and said it was awkward, but it wasn't. And then he circled another phrase and said my tense was wrong, but it wasn't. And then he circled a comma and said that there shouldn't be a comma here, but there was because it was an introductory phrase, and you always put a comma after the introductory phrase, long sentence, breath. And I was kind of pissed off, I don't normally expect C's on papers. I'm an A paper writer because I put time in papers when I actually do it all, in one sitting. And it kind of bothered me. It really discouraged me. It really demotivated me to do well in that class. I ended up with a B-, which is kind of weird because I got 100 on the journals and I got like an A-, or no, I got an A on the final presentation / paper / movie. I made a movie. I got an A on it, and I ended up getting B- in the class because 2 of the freaking papers we had to write for him. And it really bothered me. He also said my participation was poor in class, even though I contributed 3+ times. He gave me like a 78 for participation, which kind of also pissed me off. But then I realized, wait a second, he's a douchebag. I really don't care about him, and I'm not even going to be at that school next year. But I've also had a lot of positive grading experiences, and don't let the negative ones get you down. Keep writing, and worst comes to worst, just go to your teacher and ask. Be like, hey, Mr. So-and-so, you gave me a C, but I felt like it was, a B paper. Can we maybe go over this and tell me where I went wrong? Because most of the time, teachers' comments are very vague, / you can't even read them at all. But I really suggest that you read every teacher comment, you go back, and you kind of go back, comb through your paper, make those corrections, go back and see what your teacher thinks. And then they'll tell you, unless they're an English teacher, and then they'll just tell you you're wrong and you suck and you're an idiot. But, that's the... That's the makeup of English teachers nowadays, especially in high school. But yeah, guys, it doesn't hurt to ask, and don't let the bad times get you down. Let me know what your positive or even negative grading experience is in the comments below. Would love to have some interaction here with you guys. It really helps me as a future teacher. I can totally learn from you guys, and it'd be great. So anyways, commentary's coming to an end. We won the game 1-0. It was a good game. I went 18-14, and hopefully you guys enjoyed my shitty SPAS gameplay and my actually good commentary, because I feel like I'm a good commentator. So anyways, have a great afternoon. I will be working on that dual commentary later tonight. See you guys later. It's been Duffy156. Peace out, guys. Bye-bye.